with Rick Rawson. And to launch this, we're going to have our first guest, Susan Hamilton with OBBM Networking.
Oh, fabulous. Okay. So that he's got it.
Hold on, now it's live.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right. So now we're good. You ready to go? You ready to go? All right, sir. You've got it now.
Wow, I'm so excited to be here launching the Power Group Networking with Rick Rawson. And our first guest to launch this is Susan Hamilton with OBBM Network.
Thank you so much, Rick. It's exciting to find exciting new ways to expand your reach,
Yes,
right? I mean,
nice play on words there. I wonder where you got that from.
yeah, so you're doing some fabulous things in the community, and I'm excited to have you here on the OBBM network.
Well, it is all about the community because that's what the Power Group Networking is about. Because a power group is a group of businesses either by a common demographic, such as a small part of a community, or a common interest, such as health, beauty, and fitness, or home services and contractors. Because you know what happens in our typical networking groups? You got hair care and skin care talking to the roofer and the floor. Not a good synergy there. That's why we're reaching out, and with your help, we're going to even be able to reach even more people in the proper target audience.
It's important to be able to target where you want that message to go, because time and time again we see people that may have millions of followers, millions of views, and it hasn't made any difference to their bottom line, and they really can't say that there's any more awareness of their brand in the community, right? So
Right.
there's something behind what's working and what's not today.
And you touched on it, target marketing. You know, basically we are starting from a target market group to begin with. So the followers of a hair care, skin care, and health products is going to be better for those kind of businesses than reaching the people who are interested in home remodeling and roofing and finances.
Well, that's interesting. You know, I have a little different take on that because we reach out specifically to the local family business, which includes all of that. So it's important to know that you're inside each one, inside of that large demographic,
That's right.
the local family business. We do have to be strategic and think about who we want to approach, because you and I have heard our whole lives that, you know, who's your audience, who's your customer. Oh, anybody who needs anybody who needs air conditioning, anybody who needs marketing, anybody who needs a floor. Yeah, wrong. That is so not your target.
That's not the way to do it. Basically, you have to narrow your message, and because, like you said, if you're just too generic with your message, there's too much noise, and it doesn't get heard or followed up on. And so that is what we have proven over our concept over the last few years as far as the engagement rate, because we got more people interested, sharing, liking, and commenting on our posts because we're hitting the right audience.
It's important. That's the same thing that we've noticed is when people are actually doing business on a much when people think you've got to do so much more to start doing business, to start selling advertising, to start really impacting the community, because I believe that's really what it is. When money's changing hands, now we're doing business. That's
Correct.
the difference.
And it's one of those things, you get what you pay for too. You know, so bottom line is, yeah, you can go out there and do selfie phone videos and whatever, but just like we are going to start our collaboration, I'm taking my business, you know, with your lead to follow into another market level because you reach a larger audience. And that's what I'm looking for.
It's interesting that we know as parents that people will rise to the level that we see them. People will rise to that level that we assume. And that's actually not a wrong thinking to bring into the marketplace. When I look across the 80% of American micro to small business, that tend to be family-owned businesses of 9 employees or less. There's some things about that group that tell me if we focus in and understand who they are and what they're going through, we're going to have a much stronger influence in their lives and help them. And one thing, when I first started in marketing, and I want to know where you started actually too, but I'll tell you where I started when I started networking. I needed to take my business to the next level, and I started getting out, and I needed people. I really needed to know. I needed some feedback, and I started networking. Well, you don't just wake up one day, go networking, and you're great at it. There's some things
No,
you got to
that's for sure.
learn, and there's things I'm still learning every day. I've decided just to be a student, just give up on the whole, know it all. No, I'm just going to be a student and learn on a regular basis. But what I started realizing is there's business coaches out there that are broke in almost every single group.
Yep.
They can't, and there's businesses out there that need that coaching information. And it's like, why can't they just need to get together. What's the deal? And they would say, look, there's a group of people out there that they just don't care enough to do anything for their business. They just don't want to grow. And I said, you know what? I am too idealistic to believe that for 10 seconds. I think we've done a crappy job of reaching into the community and giving them what they need, understanding who they are, so that they can rise up.
And you hit a good point there, because some of it's they don't care, they don't want to, but some of it is because they've been got a perspective that it's so expensive. And by doing it in a group format, just like insurance, if you go and get health insurance on your own, it's fairly expensive. But if you work for a big company and you have group insurance, guess what? It's much more affordable. Well, we're taking that same approach to marketing, group marketing through the networking. And bottom line is we're able to make it extremely affordable for people to get their message out through the target audience, through the group concept. But here's the thing. Bottom line is it still comes down to relationships. And so when we're looking at through our groups, it's not all digital. You can't just be all digital. It can't be just, where you rank on Google, because first of all, you're up against the big boys on Google and
oh, it's a data game. Really, guys, do you want to play there?
Yeah,
really, even
no.
this right there. It's only because we know that you assume that this is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Really, you got to. That's what it's about. Is helping you find us.
Well, exactly. I mean, I was doing a search
Yeah.
with somebody today, and I was just, let's look up website designers in Allen. And the only ones that ever came up were all these big companies that are not in Allen. And that's the way it works. So that's where, through the Power Group concept, we're able to connect. And through our show, we're going to be bringing people in that have interesting, unique ways that they basically promote their business. And some of them are going to be a little bit cutting edge. Some of them are pushing the envelope over the edge. And bottom line,
Good, you're bringing the crazy.
yeah,
Bringing a little crazy.
we're going to be bringing some crazies.
Well, good.
Because when you look at it, when you're looking at Facebook yourself, you have to identify what makes you stop at a post. So everybody loves kittens and puppies, right, and babies. But that's not a marketing tool. That's just something interesting. So you have to, next time you're scrolling through and you stop and look at something, stop and identify what made you stop and look at that and made you have a call to action. Those are the kind of things that we are going to get from our upcoming guest. What they're doing, this strange different videos, whatever the graphics, whatever the message, because it's still always about the message.
It is also about the delivery, and that's why I'm going to tell your entire audience and every one of the hosts on the OBBM network to download the Offbeat Business app. So important to realize that there are smarter ways to get in there, because while we might stop at that video that got our attention, that doesn't mean we bought a ding-dang thing.
Correct.
And when you get back down to it, we want to know what we're reaching people that specifically are looking for the resources in the first place. When I started to say earlier is just reframing that 80%. What are they doing? Well, they're family-owned businesses. They probably have kids. They probably are going to school down the street. They probably have a home office even after they've moved into a brick and mortar. They're probably taking care of their parents. These aren't really some big wow moments so much as if you put it together and realize you're talking to people that don't have time to mess around.
Right.
They're not. If you really want to get through to them, you really want to do business with them in a networking fashion, you really are going to have to be much quicker, much faster, much more direct than baiting Facebook and baiting YouTube and baiting all these and baiting. There's better ways
to the
do
point,
it.
right.
Be there, sure. After you've done it, go do the transitory,
Well,
and then be there. Right?
You were saying about sort of like, I remember when I started this with networking with the Allen Chamber, and you know how we have those pulse monitors, for our heart rates. Believe me, if I would have had one of those on when I did my 30-second commercial, it would have been going through the roof.
I've never been comfortable with it, I
You
have
know?
to say.
Yeah, I'm
And,
just
to
saying,
this day,
because
I
now
don't- yeah.
your heart rate's rising and so on and so forth, and then your voice starts to get a little bit higher and so on and so forth. So I'm a little bit past that. Still, I get even a little nervous to these days, but depending on the size of the venue and such. But you got to get over it, and you got to be able to make sure that you're able to get the message out. Because if people are only listening to the flubs, then you're not going to be able to get your message out. But
Well, that's kind of the
So now-
difference between the production, because what people will recognize as they watch the live stream on YouTube and see the difference between how this looks when it comes out, a produced effect, I think, is in the long term the smartest choice a brand can make, because you're going to be out there for a very long time somewhere. You want to have that very best representation of yourself, something that goes with you into that next level, and something. And having a team, what I found. I love my team. I love the OBBM team because they watch my back. There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff I do stupid. There's a lot of stuff I don't do right. And they are right there to say, you know what? That's the wrong language. Try it again. Hey, wait, stop. Let's try it. Bill is awesome about that. Our fabulous producer. He'll say, Susan, now wait. I think you need to redo that. And just know, Rick, over the course of our relationship, he's going to stop you,
I'll
too.
just say one
I
thing.
promise.
I'll say one thing. Sorry to interrupt, but I'll tell you what. There was one video I did, and you know how we do Facebook Live, and you didn't have the camera turned the right way? Well, the whole thing was sideways. It was it was probably the most watched Facebook
That's
Live that I
funny.
ever did. So sometimes you do those kind of things. Those outtakes is what people want to see.
I
Now,
would
again,
say
that's not what we're trying to do here.
Well, that's not money. So that's the difference. Does
Right.
it mean
Not professional.
Did it turn into money? And
Correct.
we really have to look at it like that. And what we've got here with the OBBM network is an opportunity for advertisement to matter again to the local family business.
Exactly.
Now they have a place where they can make sure they're going out on a regular basis with programming they can trust to give them good information. So we don't take just any show on the OBBM network, because
look where we're at.
there's a lot of places that do. There's a lot, here's a check. I'm ready to start my show. Yeah, we don't do that. You're probably going to, as you've had to go through some stuff, you've left my office with your brain bumbled a couple of times, I know, because I give you a lot of information. But it's about making you really, really strong in this space and helping you expand what it means on the inside of your brand.
Correct.
So that the outside really shows up. So, okay, so now we're going to practice our break. So right now what you're going to say is we're going to hear from a few of our sponsors, and we'll be right back with Power Group Networking.
Well, hold that thought, because we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to address that again when we get back after hearing from some of our sponsors.
Fabulous. Now, all that does is give him a space to stop and breathe. And when we've got a full studio audience, are there any questions that you've got for us that would be handy for us to answer over this next portion? Thoughts, perspective, questions? We are here to answer.
Very good directive. I love the flow and energy, actually.
Okay, you're enjoying it? Good.
Yeah.
All right. Anything in particular you'd like us to clarify or make bigger for you in the second half that would help your business rock?
No, literally, a lot of the things that you were saying, I was just like, she's right. Or she's like, as a brand new business owner.
So you're a new business owner. Great. All right. Okay, so in the mics, we're getting instruction. It's okay.
Through our Power Group format. And I could have asked any of them to try and be on here. But I decided to ask one of our newest members, somebody who is going to have energy, and you'll see it.
Oh, I'm excited.
And hear it.
Yeah.
So bottom line is that'll be on our next show.
So
and we'll go into that.
I'm excited about that too, but I want us to talk about what you've got going on September 28th. Oh my goodness.
Well, September, we are running a trade show. It's called the Expanse Entrepreneur Trade Show and Expo. And that'll be on September 28th, which is a Saturday. And it's going to be a very long, full event. Starts at 11 o'clock in the morning at the Allen Hilton Garden Inn in Allen, and goes from 11 to 4:30 as a trade show. So we're going to have about 40-plus exhibitors from the health, beauty, and fitness end, home services and contractors end, and marketing. I believe you're going to be there,
Well,
or at least a representative.
so it is a tricky little time for me. I do believe we've adjusted our plans to go out the week prior.
Can we at
but-
least get one of those popsicle sticks with your face on it?
Ah, that's funny. But the OBBM network is intending to be there. We've got a couple more schedule things to work out, but it does look like the OBBM radio will be able to be there and be able to stream the shows that we normally do,
Right.
and then break in with some live pieces for the businesses that really want to take advantage of that fact that we're right there on site.
The
to
logistics
get
still have
out
to be
and-
worked out.
Yeah.
The bottom line is, I think it's going to be a really, really great asset to the show.
Oh, I'm excited that you've got presenters that are talking about some very important things. You've got live music.
We're going to have, we're working on the live music. We're going to have the family-owned restaurants of Allen will be offering tastings from 2 to 4. And then from 3:30 to 3 to 6:30, we're going to have the networking happy hour. So we're going to have a wine tasting going on, and those who register ahead of time will get a ticket for the happy hour, which also gives you a drink ticket. So you got the wine tasting and the drink ticket and the food. Well, we'll also have live entertainment. So we're going to have the, what do you call those? We're trying to figure out what the first act is. The opening acts. We're going to have some opening acts, but we're going to try and put one big band together for the last hour of the show, which will basically be from 6 to 7. This is going to be a great event. And did I say that it was free?
That's pretty amazing. What does surprise me, too, is this isn't your first rodeo. This is the second, and you had so much success with your first event. That blows my mind. People out of the gate doing a business event typically do not see the success that you did. So that tells me that those networking groups that you've put together, those power groups for networking, are highly effective. They're highly effective, and people want to get out there. So what a great time to find out who's doing what in
Correct.
Allen.
And like we said, it's all about building relationships. So this is an environment and an atmosphere for business building relationships. So if you are an entrepreneur or a solo entrepreneur, or whatever your mantra is, come to this because you can attend it for free. Now, registration tables are for less than $200.
Yeah, that's
bottom
that's
line for a
mind-boggling.
one-day event. I mean, compare that to most of them that are out there, and you're going to see that is extremely affordable.
And not only that, but we talked with the trade group today, and it does look like there are some opportunities for you to actually use your space really, really creatively and
Yeah.
get that attention that you're looking for, local business. This is a great opportunity to get to know each other and see how we are exchanging information between each other. I think that's very, very important. Bring your friends, bring your family, find out who's making a big splash.
Now,
in
we won't
Allen.
have any bouncy houses there.
No bouncy houses. Yes, it is a grown-up event with the dancing and the wine.
Yes.
Yes.
Just a clarification there. That's
Let's
all.
do that. Let's do that. But, I think that to have the speakers that you have on deck, and we're in the process of securing those right now, but
Right.
they care about the community. They want to see you succeed. That's what they're doing. They're going to be there specifically going, oh, wow, you managed to attract these vendors, which you have, and the type of foot traffic in the attendees that you're going to have. Geez, you could have 750 people there.
Well, that's our goal.
is-
I mean, we're looking between the 500 to 700 people for that one-day event.
For your very first event, you had 150 people out there with very little marketing.
Yeah, we
That's
learn
mind-boggling.
you learn from your, I don't want to say mistakes, but from your experience.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a very good turnout with the vendors, and great. It was a great event. Just a little bit long. It was 2.5 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
we're not doing that again.
And you heard me talk about that earlier as you've been here on recording day for the OBBM network here at the trade group in Carrollton, Texas, on the showroom floor. What you realized is we've got to look at how to reach them better. We've got to respect who they are and
Right.
what they're doing. And so our goal for you with this show, with absolutely every show that we produce on the OBBM network, is that the business owner gets something they can use right now. I hope there's a perspective. I hope there's something that they go, wow, I like this so much I can't wait to come back. And by teaching the community that this is where you're going to find that information, that's not too much, baby. It's not too much. You're going to have something you can use that they're going to be able to take with them. That 2.5 days is that's a really big ticket these days.
Well, here's the thing. again, it's all about progression and knowing your goals and knowing where you're going. Where are we sitting right now?
Yeah, we're sitting at the trade group showroom floor in Carrollton, Texas.
And this basically, walking around here, these are trade booth exhibits. And they were showing me one. It's about a 30 by 30 exhibit right next to us over here. The whole point being is, at our trade show, it's going to be 6-foot tables, nothing to this elaborate. But what I'm looking around here, this is where I want to be in a couple years. This is the kind of trade show that we want to be able to offer with this kind of background, with this kind of involvement, and this kind of light fixtures.
I'll tell you what, the lady that runs the marketing department here is so amazing, and she was telling me earlier today that there is, and I wrote it down, there is a group that they work with for much smaller trade shows. So we'll talk about that after this. You don't get to see this.
It's all about
connections. You don't get
connections.
to hear it, but we are going to talk about that. And the minute we've got that secured, you're going to have even cooler opportunities on September 28th with your booth. So you got any questions, make sure you're sending them our way. Leave your comments below this live stream video. Leave your comments in the Facebook thread, and by all means, reach out to Rick. Rick, how are they going to reach you?
Okay, let's talk about that real quick. Again, if you have, go to my Facebook page, Expanse LLC, and basically from there you can go to the events and then actually have a link to registration for that trade show, and then that's where the postings of the other events will also be. We do put it out on Eventbrite and Event Combo, and also on my, it will be on my website, which is Expanse LLC Social5.com.
Okay, now I want you to say it with your shoulders back, louder. Expanse, come on, because we kind of lost it in there.
Okay, yeah, I sort of felt that. So anyways, the point being is that my website is Expanse LLC Social5, the number 5, not the spelled out, .com.
Fabulous. And friends, you can get all this information. If you did not get it here, download the Offbeat Business app. Know that all this will accompany the podcast on the Power Group Networking Media page at offbeatbusiness.com. Thank you so much for having me, Rick.
Hey, just the beginning.
You see, mine are in my
Ready? Wow, we're here again.
We're here again.
Starting our first show of Power Group Networking with our very first guest.
Hi.
Aisha.
What an honor.
Otera.
Thank you for having me.
So, tell me a little bit about your business real quick, because there's something about your business that's absolutely intriguing.
Yeah. So where do I begin? Well, first and foremost, Healthy Vibes Nutrition. We are located in Allen, Texas. We are brand new to the area, actually.
Brand new.
Brand spanking new, right? We just took the training wheels off. We have been there for about 5 months, going on 5 months now. And what we do is, it's basically, I like to say, fast food for smart people. Everything we do is healthy. Like, we want to continue everybody leading a healthy, active lifestyle. So we provide healthy, I say gourmet smoothies because it sounds a little bit different, because we are different.
Very much so.
Very much so. So I say healthy gourmet smoothies and energizing teas, basically loaded teas. And what we do is we give the alternative to people that are normally, maybe they skip breakfast, or maybe they just don't have time, or maybe they don't even have time for lunch. And so it's a quick option, but really healthy for them. And in between all of that, we provide community as well. Yeah.
So let me ask you something here, because like I said, with our Power Group Networking, you're going to be involved with the health, beauty, and fitness group, and also family-owned restaurants.
Yeah.
Sort of like a crossover.
Yes.
But I wanted to find out, what was the inspiration behind you getting into this?
So, starting Healthy Vibes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think you said you had a personal story on this.
I do. So I definitely went through my own health emergency and crisis myself. So I remember going to the doctor's office to get a regular checkup, just like everybody else does. And I was told that I really needed to get my health in control and my weight in control. At that time, I was a size 22. I'm now a size 8'10". So
Wow.
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I've lost over 45 pounds. I feel incredible. I'll be 30 at the end of this month. I don't feel 30. Sometimes I don't even feel like I look 30. So
You act very young.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I mean, New Orleans must have done well for you.
It did. That's a offline subject.
But anyways, the point being is this. Bottom line is,
Yeah.
you have the energy and the vibrance
Thank you.
that represents healthy lifestyle living.
Yes.
So it's one thing, and I'm not going to mention names, but you get somebody out there talking about healthy living, and the guy is, bent over backwards because his back is out and all this other stuff. And it's
Yes.
like, why would I listen to this person if he's not
Absolutely.
listening and following his own advice?
You're correct. You're absolutely correct. Because you have to be a product of the product.
Yeah.
You also have to
Walk
have
the walk.
walk the walk, that emotional connection to that. I wouldn't dare tell somebody, okay, this is what you do if I don't even know, if I haven't been down that road.
Correct.
And also, too, I think it also allows me to connect more with that person. And just because I know what the journey was for me and what I needed and what was created for me, I wanted to be able to do the same thing. And that's what really began Healthy Vibes.
Right. And again, connecting with people. That's what it's about. You said you've had your business for 5 months.
Yes.
But yet you've already are connecting in many different ways. Not only through the local Allen Chamber, you also have a little fitness group you're trying to put together.
I do actually. So it's always been a dream of mine to be able to empower women, especially because as a woman, I mean, men and women go through their own different struggles, but as women, there's so many things that we go through, and so many times that we forget that we're a woman before we're a wife, a girlfriend, a mom, a daughter, a sister. And so I wanted to create something that was going to allow women to come together, but also give that, a tribute to the health, fitness and empowerment. And so the name of the group is called Team Beauty. And basically we meet every Wednesday. We come together. We have a private chat that we're involved in, and then we just kind of support one another. It's a 12-week challenge, and at the end of the 12-week challenge, they get rewarded with the photo shoot. So we pick
Okay.
a theme, we pick what it's going to be. We've got hair and makeup coming out. We've got a whole photography crew coming out.
There you go. And then you connect that with the health, beauty, and fitness and the other things. Because you're also looking, we're talking about doing the Saturday one.
Yes.
The actual workout that you're
Yes.
going to be involved in. It's multitasking,
Yes.
multi-networking, multi-purpose.
Yes.
All of that. And you've got the energy to pull it off.
Thank you very much. I think it's really important that people understand that it doesn't matter how old we get or what era of time that we're in. Health, beauty, fitness it's always at the core. There's a gym on every corner. There's a, skincare nail bar on every corner. There is, people want to look good and feel good all of the time.
That's
so
right.
when you tackle all of these things and you take over, if you will, it creates such a momentum and creates such an energy, and it's attractive to people.
Well, take, for example, health, beauty, and fitness, one of my power groups. Okay, here's the concept, right? Somebody wants to lose weight. Okay, they lose weight. Guess what happens? They start to look better.
Yep.
They start to look better. They say, "Well, I need to go and do some makeup and my hair." And wait, I'm losing weight, but I also want to work out. So now they're going to find a fitness place where they're going to join.
Yes.
And, well, they became a weekend warrior. So now their back's hurting. So now they need a chiropractor. So it all connects.
Yes.
And so that is part of what it's about. And so your connections
Yes.
with everything that you're doing is also going to be able to help grow your business.
Absolutely.
And so, like, when we're talking about power group networking, you're sort of like the poster child for it, because you already are doing it.
Well, thank you. That's an awesome compliment to
you know,
have.
and hopefully we're going to do some of this together.
Yes,
and,
absolutely. Absolutely.
some of those smoothie shakes are very, very tasty.
Oh my gosh, they do taste like your favorite, like ice cream, your favorite treat, and they're so good for you. I mean, when I tell you, I mean, soy protein isolate, low sugar, gluten-free, like low glycemic index. I say those things because those are usually the most thing that people are looking for. They're like making sure that all of those things are like, this is my focus. And so I say those things for a reason, because we offer that for you. And then you don't have to feel guilty. It's like a guilty pleasure, but not really guilty.
No, I get it. Well, we're going to take a quick little break here, and we're
Yeah.
going to come back. We're going to talk about one of our former friends and also
Yes.
where we want to go in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
Be right back.
Thank you so much.
That's only 7.5 minutes. Usually we go to 11.
Oh.
Well, it's good though. When you just know whenever you need a breather. I imagine. Can I get you a water?
No, I'm good.
I do need mine. Thank you. Yes.
And it was more of
Thank you.
recharging my
Your
thought
brain.
process.
Oh, wow. I'm trying to keep my hands minimal. I'm very Spanish, and so I use our hands a lot. Okay.
So now, how many?
Yeah.
We take one break?
Well, it depends on the sponsor. Now, if you have
Well, now, I mean, initially here.
So whatever you want to do, it's a good system to just kind of train the audience to realize
There is going to be a.
But when you start loading up with sponsors, we're just going to be putting them in, and there won't be a whole lot of interruption.
And how long is the sponsorship?
So anywhere from 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute.
Okay.
Depending on what they pay for.
That's fine. But that people should know that it's an advertising opportunity.
Okay.
Are we?
Okay, we are back. And as I said before we went to the break, we wanted to sort of reminisce in memory of one of our former good friends.
Yes.
And originally, and his name is Brian Regatas, and he was actually part of Health, Beauty, and Fitness.
Yes.
And he was in the same program, basically for weight loss. And he lost I want to say 250 pounds.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it brought tears to my eyes thinking about him. He definitely had one of the most inspirational stories that you would ever hear. And anytime he was around, I always made sure that I introduced everybody or somebody or anybody to him, because first of all, his spirit, who he was.
He was amazing.
Oh my goodness. And so when you told me that you knew him and you worked with him, I was like, oh my goodness, he was really good friends with my boyfriend. He was friends with me. It was just an amazing thing to know that this is somebody that you were connected to as well.
So we've got a couple stories about Brian. For example, here's one. I mean, we used to run this. We had a group. It's on hiatus right now. It's called Women of Wealth.
Yes.
And it's a women's group. So I was putting it together, and only women were invited. Well, guess who shows up?
Brian.
Brian.
Sounds about right.
And so I'm like, Brian, well, I'm a member of Expanse and the Health, Beauty, Fitness. Yes, but this is, but it was pretty funny. He says, okay, I'll leave. It's like,
He was always he was very present, you know what I mean? And we used to do our workouts in Plano for a while on Saturdays,
Yeah.
and he'd be there it didn't matter. He was in the workout. He would give it his all. Talk about somebody that had dedication and grit. That was him all over. Yeah.
And for those who are unaware of who Brian was, he passed away about a year ago.
Yes.
And he's a good friend of ours. And I think he was, 40 years old, 38,
so.
something like that,
Yeah.
when he passed away.
Yeah.
So,
I think that there are people that are watching this right now that know Brian as well, too.
a lot of people know
yeah.
Brian.
Yeah.
And believe me, we're going to share this to the people that do know Brian.
Oh, yeah,
So,
absolutely.
because Brian was an integral part of Around North Dallas Business Networking Group,
Yes.
otherwise known as ANBANG, and again with Expanse and the Health, Beauty, and Fitness. So
That's awesome.
So we go back a ways. But so now, upcoming events here.
Yes.
So your Saturday event.
Saturday. So this coming Saturday, we are starting at 9:00. And we have a workout for the community, actually, what we offer. So you get your workout, you'll get your recovery, you'll get your pre-workout included in that as well, too, if you come on in. And we basically, it's all fitness levels. So we don't say, hey,
Right.
we're going to push you to do this. If you want to push yourself, awesome. We do encourage people to, push their limits, yes, but we also want to make sure that everybody knows family can come, kids can come. I mean, show that I love when parents bring their kids and the kids start doing their little jumping jacks, so their little.
Where's this going to be at now?
It's going to be right there at Healthy Vibes Nutrition.
Okay.
We're going to start there, and then we're going to move our way right up to the street. That way we have room to spread out so they can bring their mats, they can bring their waters as well, too. And if they have weights, then no problem. They can bring weights as well.
Okay.
So that's one of the things. And then tomorrow we have our women's empowerment. So if you are a woman, please join us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at Healthy Vibes Nutrition as well. We're definitely going to get our sweat on a little bit and also just kind of lift each other up. It's the middle of the week. The kiddos are going back to school if they haven't already. You're probably already stressed out. And so this is a good moment for you to kind of reconnect. So
Very good.
really excited.
Now, we have with Expanse, we have the upcoming trade show coming up in September, September 28th.
Yes.
And so hopefully you may grace our presence with.
We will be there.
You know,
we will
so
be
that-
there. Yes.
We're going to bring a smoothie making machine.
I think we might be blending some things up in there. We might be blending it up. We might be bringing some teas. I think people would get some good energy because there's so much going on that day. Maybe they need that energy.
Oh, yeah. I think I want to need the energy. I'll be stopping by your smoothie booth the whole time.
Yeah.
Because we're going to have, like I said, the trade show is going from 11 to 4:30. Then we're going to have the family-owned restaurants of Allen going from 2 to 4. Then we're going to have the wine tasting going from 3 to 6.
I'm all about the health, but that wine tasting was really intriguing to me.
Yeah, I know. I have to cut back on the wine, I think, a little bit if I'm going to make a headway here. But no, and then we're going to have the live music.
Yes, that's exciting.
The music will be announced later. We're still in the process of putting that together. And we're also going to have 4 great speakers.
Awesome.
So, and it also happens to be 4 years ago in September is when I launched my company, Expanse. So we're going to actually
you have
close
an
the last hour
anniversary.
in sort of a little bit of a party atmosphere.
Oh my goodness.
So there may be some chocolate cake or
So
something.
do I have
there.
to go home and change and then put my cocktail dress on
Oh, no, it won't be.
after slinging shakes and stuff?
Yeah, no. But whatever you feel like doing. But bottom line, it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be a lot in a jam-packed day. So
awesome.
people can get with us and basically register for a table or
Awesome.
register for a free ticket to just attend.
Yeah.
Because it's open to the public, and like I said, it's free.
No, I think I'm getting a table. So
Yeah. So bottom line is, we are about power group networking.
yeah.
So we reach out to other businesses and basically help them grow.
Yeah.
And a power group is a group of businesses either by common demographic, such as Allen Historic Downtown Businesses, family-owned restaurants of Allen. That's a demographic.
Yes.
Or common interests like health, beauty, and fitness.
Absolutely.
Because you do business with people you know, like, and trust.
Exactly.
And people need to get to know you.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. We do our best to get out there, and I think that when we came in contact with you and in connection with you, we thought that okay, this is just gonna even take that even to the next level, but everything we do is very, very personal and very, very face to face, and to the point where, and we've talked about this before, where we have an actual drive-through attached to our establishment, but we closed it off because we want you to come inside. We want you to talk to us. I want to know about you. I want to know about your family. I want to know what you like. I want to know what your favorite shake is, what your favorite tea is. And these are things, those relationships get built and then they become family. And then that's how you keep, people coming back. And then that's how people tell you, like, you got to go try this place out.
So now, your place, what's the address of it?
So it's 1206 East Main Street, Suite 101 in Allen, Texas, 75002.
Okay. And can they call you?
Yeah. You could reach me at 972-520-3144. And then our email also is healthyvibesnutrition@gmail.com. Vibes with a Z, because we're very.
See now, when it comes to marketing and networking, I think you, like I said, you're a natural. So now your Facebook page is what?
Is Healthy Vibes Nutrition. And then also our Instagram is the same thing at Healthy Vibes Nutrition as well.
Let me just a little tip on marketing a second
Yeah.
here. Just here's the thing. Some people, when it comes to their Facebook, they treat their Facebook like a website. Okay? They're waiting for people. They're saying, well, how many people like my Facebook? How many people are following me? Okay, it's not about how many people are clicking on your Facebook.
It's the engagement.
It's how many people you reach with your Facebook. A website, you're waiting for people to come to your website. A Facebook, you should be taking the message out to the people.
Yes.
You don't wait for them to follow.
Yes.
Okay, and you engage, and because you're already doing that on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
Because I saw your post about OBBM last night.
Yes.
So did somebody else.
Yeah.
And, but anyways, but those are the kind of things, because we are going to be connected with the OBBM network, and bottom line, we're going to grow it.
Yes.
We're going to grow our business along with their help.
That's awesome, and you're right. It's definitely it's got to be, you can't just post something out there and expect somebody to catch it. It's like, that saying that if they build, they will come. Well, no, you got to do some work. Like, there's some work that goes behind that. Like, what are you putting out there, and why are you putting out there, and what is it attracting? And we've noticed certain posts or certain things that we've put out there, and what gets the attention, and what people get engaged in, and what they follow, and what they want to see more of. So I think we've kind of figured out what that looks like now.
Well, and here's the thing. Marketing, weight loss. Marketing, fitness. They have one thing really in common. You get out of it what you put into it.
Exactly.
Okay? So you can relate on both ends of that. If somebody signs up for a fitness routine and a weight loss product of some sort, but they only sporadically do it, are they going to get much out of it?
No.
The same thing on marketing.
Yep.
If somebody is going to show up and they're not ready, or they're not performing, or they're not engaging, and they're not practicing,
Yeah.
practice makes perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
I think it was, let's see if I can remember this correctly. This is an old Vince Lombardi quote he says, amateurs practice until they get it right. Professionals practice until they can't get it wrong.
I like that.
That's the difference between different levels.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, awesome. Thank you.
well, anyways, I want to thank you for
Thank
being on our
you.
show here.
Thank you.
And share it, because that's the thing.
Yes.
It's all about sharing and commenting and expanding your reach so that we can all grow together.
I can't wait to share it.
Oh, well, on closing here, bottom line is, again, I'm Rick Rawson with the host of the show, Power Group Networking. And you can get in touch with me on a couple different levels. One, through my Facebook page, Expanse LLC, or my website, expansellcsocial5.com, or even by email, rickrawson@ymail.com. And there will be a Facebook page for Power Group Networking coming up very, very soon.
Nice.
And we'll also be putting this together on OBBM Network YouTube.
Very cool.
Okay, now I'm going to have you do one more time. I'm going to have you look at your guests and say, I'm so glad that you were here today. Tell me how our audience can get a hold of you.
Okay.
Okay?
I am so glad that you were able to join us here
Thank
today.
you.
Now, just one last time, let's find out, how can our audience get in touch with you directly?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, Aisha Otero, AYISHAOTERO, with Healthy Vibes Nutrition. That's at Healthy Vibes with the Z Nutrition. And you can also find us on Instagram as well. Our Instagram handle and our Facebook handle are pretty much the same with the Z. And you can also reach us at healthyvibesnutrition@gmail.com. And also you can reach me directly via cell.
You also will be able to reach you through Health, Beauty, and Fitness.
Yes, through
And family-owned
restaurants
of
in
Allen.
Allen. That's right. We're everywhere now.
So, so you'll see, you're going to be posted through there. So you're going to see the messages coming out that way too.
Yeah, you do a great job on that. So thank you. Can I breathe now?
Because Rick's going to have a professional intro.
Yeah.